In 1969, Dr. Khalil Masiha was wandering through the vast, dusty archives of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Among a collection of standard wooden funerary figures meant to accompany the dead into the afterlife, he noticed a distinct anomaly. Unlike the thousands of other traditional carvings of birds in the collection, this artifact lacked legs and intricate plumage. Its wings were strictly straight, and the rear tapered into a sheer vertical tail fin, a feature fundamentally absent in nature. For Masiha, that vertical fin served one specific mechanical purpose: yaw stability. He concluded that he had found a 2,000-year-old scale model glider, suggesting that the ancient Egyptians mastered the principles of aerodynamics long before the birth of modern aviation. To test his theory, Masiha built a replica. However, he swapped the dense sycamore wood of the original for ultralight balsa and arbitrarily added a horizontal tailplane stabilizer to force the model to fly. Does this modified model prove a lost era of ancient flight? Or is the entire theory a symptom of a powerful, modern human illusion? The glider theory is a masterclass in pareidolia. This is the human brain's evolutionary tendency to impose familiar, meaningful patterns onto ambiguous stimuli. A famous example of this psychological trap sits high on a ceiling beam in the Temple of Seti I at Abydos. For years, observers have claimed these hieroglyphs depict a modern helicopter. The archaeological reality of this carving is entirely mundane. It is a palimpsest. Pharaoh Ramesses II had his stonemasons fill his father's original carvings with plaster to carve his own royal titles directly over them. Over 3 millennia, that plaster deteriorated and fell out. What remains is a chaotic overlap of 2 sentences that the modern brain translates into machinery. Just as we hallucinate helicopters in eroded stone, modern observers projected an airplane on the Saqqara Bird's straight wings. To find the truth, we must rely entirely on objective physics. The artifact is carved entirely from a single piece of Ficus sycamoris wood, sourced from the sycamore fig tree. This material choice presents an insurmountable problem for flight. Sycamore is a dense, heavy hardwood. It is structurally far too heavy for an 18-centimeter wing surface to ever generate the lift necessary for sustained flight. In 2002, expert glider designer Martin Gregory put the shape to a rigorous practical test. He maintained strict historical accuracy, refusing to add the missing horizontal tailplane to his model. Without a horizontal stabilizer for pitch control, the model was incapable of flight. When launched at gliding speeds, the bird instantly pitched upward, entered a hard stall, and tumbled violently to the ground. Any attempt to fly the historically accurate shape results in a catastrophic tumbling motion, breaking the illusion of a functional glider. The definitive scientific verdict arrived in 2023 when researchers ran an exact 3D laser scan of the artifact through the same supercomputer software used to design modern jetliners. The simulation identified a primary mathematical failure. The center of gravity is located far to the rear, guaranteeing severe longitudinal instability. The hand carving is deeply asymmetrical, generating unequal pressure across the wingspan. Without a rudder, this forces an immediate, uncontrolled roll. Supercomputer data proves the artifact is mathematically incompatible with the sky. To find its true purpose, we must look to the Earth. During his flight tests, Martin Gregory made an accidental discovery. While the artifact fails as a glider, it excels perfectly at a completely different aerodynamic task. A distinct square hole was carved into the ventral side of the bird, located exactly at the object's balancing point. When mounted on a vertical pivot through this hole, the heavy falcon head acts as a forward counterweight. The large vertical tail fin effortlessly catches the current. As Gregory noted in his logs, the artifact behaves as a highly stable weather vane, pointing directly into the wind without veering. For a civilization dependent on the Nile's prevailing winds to sail upstream, tracking wind direction was a matter of economic survival. This shifts the artifact's domain from the clouds to the water. This weather vane fits perfectly into the grand historical context of the Ptolemaic period, specifically the annual Opet festival. During this festival, the cult statues of deities were transported from Karnak Temple to Luxor Temple on towering, gilded river barges. Detailed reliefs on temple walls depict specific carved bird figures, mounted high atop the wooden masts of these sacred ships. The Saqqara bird matches this exactly. The falcon head represents Horus, while the flat tail serves as the wind-catching finial guiding the boat's pilot. The ancient Egyptians didn't need to invent airplanes to be engineering masters. Stripped of modern pseudo-scientific myths, the artifact remains a factual testament to their mastery of maritime navigation.